is we're totally going to destroy it. My son, he's an expert at destroying stuff.
Yes.
It's probably black widows. It's got mice living in it. Brand new. Look at this. That's like brand new. Is it green?
Yeah. Great video.
How'd that thing even work? You must have taken this one up.
It's really tight.
Smashed it all the way together. The 2x12.
This is what I'm thinking.
There we go. And I gotta feed the fish, right?
Yeah.
She'll drive this. We're gonna make this thing street legal. Body's sitting on a stump. The secret to these Ford hoods, pull on them and hit them right here. Perfect. Move. There we go. Ended up just yanking the truck out from underneath it with the tractor. This stuff is filthy. Filthy. We got this thing sitting on the ground. We got to get it back up in the air again. Oh yeah. I hope I go the right way. Oh yeah. Little Joker's got some power. Something heavy duty and skinny in there. There we go. If memory serves me right. My memory ain't that good anymore. Squirrels are going crazy. Some of it's like it didn't even touch. And look at the dirt on my face. Wow, this is pretty cool. The cat ate her finger off. I glued it back on. Motor mounts for this thing. Building motor mounts. Hey, welcome back to Fixing Things. I'm here with my son, and we got some good content for you guys today. Today, we got a new project, and the new project is, well, you've seen the caption. I haven't even made the thumbnail for it yet. But it's my 73 Ford Pinto, 73, 74, somewhere. I haven't looked at the title in years. Anyways, what are we going to do with this thing? Well, what we're going to do with this thing is we're totally going to destroy it. That's for sure. But then we're going to rebuild this thing up. My son, he's an expert at destroying stuff.
Yes. Big camera.
So, if you haven't seen some of the videos already on the Holley Ford Fest, they have an autocross course. They have the Burnout pit. They have the drag racing. And so what we're planning on doing with this car is to be able to compete in all three of those categories with this car and keep it street legal so we can drive it. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not going to be an all-out drag car, but it is going to be a road course car, and it's going to be street legal, and it's going to look good. It's going to perform, and it's going to have a big motor into it. So right now, it has. Here, my son, see if we can get this thing open. Watch out. There's probably black widows and everything else in there. We just pulled the tarp off it. We think one of the brakes is locked up. We tried rolling it. But it's got this monster motor in it. It's got mice living in it.
Just look at her.
Yeah, it's even got empty radiator. But we're going to take the motor out of the brown log over there and transmission out of it, and we're going to put it down in here. But it's just not going to just fit down in here. So I'm thinking if we're going to make it on the road course with this, autocross course, we got to make this thing so that the motor sets back a little bit. So we're gonna cut the firewall out a little bit, slide that V8 motor back inside, and move the front seats back. We don't need back seats no more. Where we're going, we don't even need a rear view mirror because we're gonna be out front. That's what I'm talking about.
Right now, you don't even need a windshield.
We don't even have a windshield. I got one. It's in the back. So the history on this car was when I parked it, it ran. Just like they tell you, oh, when they're selling a car. This literally was. We parked it in the garage, and I started doing some fiberglass and body work, and there was holes on there. Someone had had a Lando top on it, and it had rust holes in it. And believe it or not, it's been sitting under the tarp for 4 years, and it just barely got some surface rust on where I did the patches. So I think we're doing good. This is really good tape right here. So we're going to try to get this thing in the garage over here so we can pull the motor out. Rolling now. Go for it. Hurry. I don't know. Okay. When you're ready. Ready. One more.
I'm right where you are.
All right, we got the Pinto up in the air. We'll see what we got to do. So this actually has new exhaust. We had new exhaust put on it. I think you had the exhaust put on it. Whoever did it did a good job. This is where the anti-catalytic converter goes. So what we are going to do with this thing is we're going to come through the floor right about here and run a channel all the way down. We're not going to put the subframe underneath it. We're going to come through here, go through everything on top, weld it all on top, and hook through to the front frame mounts. It's just sheet metal. All this stuff is just sheet metal. This is the only rust on the car. You can see where I got fiberglass on it. We're going to patch all that. The back of the car is actually fairly solid. It's got like brand new. Look at this. That's like brand new. Don't listen to that. But it's got new exhaust. It's got new mud dauber nest on it.
Free of charge.
This was a running and driving car before I took the windshields out to fix all the rust holes. That's all I was going to do. Is I was going to do that. This Lisa's got one of the tanks you can take out.
It exploded.
There's gas in it.
Good.
Now this one doesn't have the two bolts that puncture the tank. All right, so I'm gonna go change. It's my church clothes. If you want to drain the radiator, I'll I'll work on the drive shaft. Oh, first one, 1/2 inch wrench. Okay, that's not working. The drive shaft's spinning. It actually had antifreeze in it?
Yeah.
Is it green?
Yeah.
That means it ain't frozen.
I'm surprised it actually came loose.
Right? Why wouldn't it? It got antifreeze in it. It's good.
Yeah, I figured
It was
this
ready to
thing rusted
drive.
up.
We were having problems with the car running straight, and we figured out there was a screw loose in the distributor. Some people would think the screw loose was me, but actually my son was driving it. So it has to be him. Can't be me.
That's right.
Don't ruin your church clothes.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was pulling an engine and trans today.
It looks like the same clothes I wear to work on stuff.
These are my good clothes.
Oh.
Okay, they're ready once I got something to catch it.
There's catching device right over there. Probably not.
I don't know how much it's got in it.
I don't know.
Here.
It was leaking, so. Nope. That's a little dry shaft. Guess I'm used to working on a me-haul truck. All right, let me get Impacto and start pulling the exhaust apart. All right, so we got the exhaust out of the way. We got the dry shaft out of the way. We got the fluids drained in the radiator. We got the lower radiator hose off. We got the fuel lines off.
So the only thing left now down here is a speedo cable.
Speedo cable. Linkage. It's got a brand new fuel pump on it too.
Yeah. We'll get the fan and radiator out and lift it back up and get the
Motor mounts.
motor mounts out.
All right, we'll take the transmission mount out then.
There ain't a whole lot left in it.
Probably need a real impact for that.
So if I lift up on it, well, we might not even have to lift up on it. You see what I'm saying? We need to pull the whole mount out.
Don't take the tools nowhere. Paul don't want to lose his tools. Okay, thank you. Better to hit you with. Kendra. All right, that's good. Is it floating or is it sitting down on it?
It's 90 sitting on it. Yeah, it is.
Sitting on
It's
something, yeah. Too.
Good.
That's good, yeah.
And we don't got it pinned down so far.
All right, let me get the little impact thing. Get the radiator, the super heavy duty quality radiator hose.
Yeah, we can pull the radiator right out.
Pull the radiator out, and that'll give us, because actually we got to mount the new radiators, got to be mounted on this side.
This don't even have a. Okay, that's off.
How'd that thing even work?
It's probably why it was nothing in it in this top part. It had a clamp on it when I was driving it.
We can hook the chain right to the carburetor and pull it out.
Pulling the radiator out. Hook the chain to the carburetor bone. It looks beefy enough.
Okay. I mean, it might be big enough to run that motor.
There's the other bolts right there. We'll stick them back.
Get the other two. All right, we got. We get the old battery out of here.
I think we pull this off to give us that much more room.
All right, if you want to get that, I'll work at getting the battery. That's a good flex fan, though.
Yeah. Might be able to cheat.
You want to tighten this one up.
It's really tight.
Smashed it all the way together.
That's right. Starts.
You know that sucker's tight.
When I go out to start something, it starts.
This little motor don't even gotta touch it. Could put a lawnmower motor and battery in it.
Could put a lot more motor in this thing.
We could do that. Except this is a perfectly good motor.
This
Does that go to the carburetor?
Yeah. Let's pull it off here.
Yeah, let's pull it off there.
What kind of junk did you have me driving?
I don't know. The carburetor's got water going through it. No wonder they didn't make no horsepower. We putting scare you?
Yeah, I thought it was a snake. Hopefully you got that on video.
Hopefully. All right, so we got everything unhooked. We got the wires unhooked, the throttle unhooked, all the vacuum lines unhooked, the wires unhooked, the alternator unhooked, the motor mounts unhooked. Now,
Should be ready.
well, we'll push the car back off the lift. Is there anything behind it, like the light?
Yeah, the light's back there.
Get the light so we don't smash the light. And I think we can hook a chain to it somehow. We have to figure a way to get this, rig a chain to it from the car lift. Yeah. All right, that was easier than the first time.
I'm going to move your windshield wiper.
I might put that windshield wiper on the Miho. It's got some good stiffness still to it.
That's right.
So we decided we're going to take the hood off, just get it out of the way. Just like a race hood should be.
That's right. We need to make this thing so it pins on and off.
That's right.
Perfect. It's made to be a race car.
made to be that way.
It's the way have you ever seen the dash? Have you ever seen the gauges in this thing?
I know, it's like
They
race car.
scream race car.
It is race
I
car.
don't even know why Ford put a 4-cylinder in here. It's stupid. Put a 4-cylinder in a race car.
If this ain't redneck ingenuity, I don't know what. So somehow we're gonna figure this thing out. I'm thinking maybe a board. I remember I took the motor out of my 65 Mustang. I used center blocks on the side and got up on top of like a 2x12 and reached down there and picked it up and put it on top of the 2x12.
This is what I'm thinking.
Actually, that one arm would probably do it.
Yeah, but to keep your lift pressure right. I mean, it ain't lifting much weight.
If I had motorcycles on one side, it'd be all right,
Yeah.
Billy.
Okay. Yeah, see, it goes all the way to the center. That was my thought. Then we'll wrap the chain around it.
Or whatever. Here. And find something to hook in the back.
Oh, right here, look. 1, 2.
Oh, yeah, hook it to that spark plug.
No, it's got lifting points here and here.
Daggone it, Billy, you're smart.
I know. It's the way I was brought up.
All right. Let's get a chain.
Let's see. We should probably shock the wheels on the Pinto when we start pulling on the motor. I might try to pull the car.
Well, we're going to have to push the car. I don't think it's going to matter, Billy.
Yeah, as it starts lifting up, we'll just push the car back. We could even do this.
We could even do that. Man, see? My son. All right.
I'd do it the other way. I guess it don't matter.
Let me take that spark plug wire out so we don't kill the... Okay, maybe we won't.
What would you do without me?
I don't know. All right, give it some ratch.
So we don't have the problem we had with the first time. Okay. I don't know why it's lifting the car forward.
Well, that's because they're taking weight off it.
Oh, gotcha.
Springs are coming up. Let's
right.
give it a little bit of a snug.
There she's coming.
Something's moving.
Give her a little wiggle.
There we go.
All right. Keep going.
All right, let's check to make sure we ain't hooking on something. Eyeballs. What's this thing? Uh-oh.
Is it free?
Oh, wait.
I can push the car.
The heater core.
Sorry. I can push the car forward a little bit if you need.
Transmission.
Yep. Where's the pan?
Where's the pan? Plug.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
It's probably done now.
Yeah, it's probably done now. Thank God for kitty litter.
Okay. All right, where are you hung up on the front here? Nothing now, right?
Nothing now, yeah. Keep going. Man, this was a perfectly good car.
All right, hold on. We have a wire right here.
That was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it worked out good. All right, when we go up,
Yep.
might not have a whole lot more.
Oh, no, we're up.
Sorry, I'll just pick up on the back. All right. Will she go, or is it all? It's all the way. Just push the car back.
You ready?
Yep. Okay. It's out. Was you expected to get this far today?
Not by myself, but now I got my son. Oh, yeah, these are perfect. That's the way they're supposed to be bent.
Well, I kind of bent them pulling it out.
That was quite a bit for what, 3 hours worth of work?
Yeah, about 3 hours.
3 hours worth of work, and we got the motor pulled out. We made a big mess in the garage, right? You made a big mess in my garage.
No.
Was you in the way?
No.
Did you help? Yes, you helped.
Well, we're gonna try to reuse all the original wiring and all that stuff. According to all the magazines about instructions, the firewall has to be modified. Some of them take a sledgehammer and they just beat it in a little bit because of the bell housing hits the back of the thing. So I'm not sure what direction. We may cut the firewall out and give it plenty of room, or we may dent it like they show doing it. One way or the other, we're going to be putting a 302 down in this thing with a radical camshaft. It's going to be the motor and transmission out of the brown log. So tomorrow I'll probably pressure wash this. Maybe I'll get the general lee started. I got to fix the general lee. The 3-point hitch is broken on it. And we can use the general lee to get this thing in and out the garage. That would probably be a good idea. But I want to thank my son for helping me out. Also, I want to thank all the kids that came down and support my channel, and the ones I cut their hair, and they came down to the big show. The big show was a beautiful success, but at the same time, tragedy was happening throughout the southern and midsection as that hurricane came up the coast, and a lot of people are without their homes now, and no food and water. People are tracking down out of the hills. They're coming out of the woodwork, and they really need your prayers. Just like I've always said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We can also, sometimes we can't physically help those people out there. We may not be able to, but an earnest prayer accomplishes much. And if you can, please, please pray for those people out there in the Carolinas and other places, because they need it.
Yeah, just
So if you can, please, please, please pray for those people. And if you can help, please do so. This car is going to be awesome. It's going to be radical. It's going to have a 4-link suspension, the front end. This thing is going to be able to cut through corners. It's going to take look like rice rockets and chew them up and spit them out the exhaust pipe. Yeah. You know, I need to go ahead and clean this thing. It's got where the mouses want to live in, and I bet you this thing will pressure wash up. This thing has got the orange paint even down there. I think we're going to do Mihawk colors on this thing. Let's pressure wash this thing. All right, pressure washer commencing. Hey, that's not bad. A little bit of little bit of grease shop in my mouth, but that ain't bad. I'll probably get back up in there and clean that cross member out. That looks good. That looks good. Now I won't be getting all greasy when I'm doing my work on it. Got to figure out stuff with the motor mounts. Got to figure out how to get the motor out the brown log. You got to get that motor down inside there. But before we do that, we're gonna make that motor not stock.
Let's fix this thing.
All right, since I pulled it over here, the tire pressures went down and the body's sitting on a stump. So either I gotta yank the thing sideways, get it off of that, which it might do damage to the cab, or get some air over here and put air back in the tires. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I thought for sure it was gonna go when I put the General Lee on it. But it didn't even budge. I might be able to yank it sideways, get it free from that. I should probably bring the air compressor over here and put some air in the tires. All right, got some air in the tires. And I think if I bring the General Lee over this way, snatch it that way a little bit, it did lift it up a little bit, so give it a try. Okay, I ran the General Lee out of fuel, put a bunch more fuel in it, had to bleed the fuel system out because it's old school, doesn't have primer pump. Got it running. Now let's see if we can get this thing in here. All right, we got this. We got her in here. So now we can see what we're dealing with. See what we got to do. Probably shouldn't be too much different than what we did. The guy told me that this thing ran and drive, and he parked it in the woods. And if you go back to some of my other videos, you see where I got this thing. It had a pile of leaves and these thingies, quills, up over top of the roof and completely covered the bed. Ended up there was a tailgate and everything else. Matter of fact, I think we're not using that tailgate. We're using the other one. But we got the bed off of that truck and it's on the Mihal truck. So let's see if we can get this thing open. The secret to these Ford hoods is you pull on them and hit them right here. And they open up. Every single one of them. Ooh, I guarantee there's some spiders up in here. All right. I guess while we got it down on the ground, we'll go ahead and we got to cut the exhaust, everything off of this thing. Perfect. Exactly what I didn't want it to do. All right, I gotta make sure that's secured. Maybe I'll put a strap on it. The motor should be ready to come out. All the wires are unhooked. Motor mounts are unhooked. The transmission mount is unhooked. Drive shaft is out. Transmission lines are unhooked. Linkage is unhooked. Fuel line is unhooked. Exhaust is cut off. Then I'll strap that, pull it back a little bit. I couldn't get the one hinge off. So I had to exhort to single man usages. All right, we're going to try to lift it out. See if we give you a bird's eye view. So I got the blue strap tied around the exhaust on this side and onto an intake manifold bolt over here. The yellow one is tied to the water pump in the front. Let's give a snug on it and see what happens. It's moving. Shovel right back here. Towards the driver's side a little bit. Let's try going up. think it's time for a shovel again. See if we can't get the starter by the transmission mount, engine mount. Let's go up just a little more. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, up, up, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, yeah. All right. Sawzall. All right, just got done cutting it, and all of a sudden the vehicle just rolled back, and the engine came forward. I'm bound on something. You have to take the front pulley off. Give me 2 more inches. Oh. Oh. Ended up just yanking the truck out from underneath it with the tractor. It was hung up on the little plate on the radiator support. I had it just barely past it, lifted up past it. I said, I'm gonna go yank it. And I yanked it and it popped loose. Oh, thank you, Lord. There it is. There's the Pinto engine. So we got the Pinto engine out. Now we got the brown log engine out. And I did spin it over a little bit. The motor does spin over. We are going to refreshen this motor up. Definitely. Oh, let me get this thing on the ground before it falls. We're going to take all this stuff apart, get this thing set up on the engine stand tomorrow, and start disassembling it. Man, look, that transmission, the transmission fluid that came out of this motor was clean. This stuff, man, this stuff is filthy. Filthy. Let me put some stay dry on this, and I need to get that brown log out of here. It's day 3, and the Lord gave me a beautiful day out here. I just got out here, and it's beautiful outside. I just dug out my engine stand. It was over here underneath all kinds of leaves and debris and spider stuff, and got that, and we're gonna get the engine. And I got a mess. I mean, there is a mess. I'm hoping there's enough stay dry to clean up that mess. But we're gonna get this engine on this stand. But I gotta run to the store anyway because I gotta buy some bolts. So these bolts, I don't think are long enough. This is the bolt that came out the back of the transmission. I took one out just to see. Let me see here, let's lift. Oh my gosh, that thing's heavy. Ah. Yeah, see, that is lacking almost 2 inches. So Whatever this is, it needs to be 2 inches longer. So I need to run to the store. I'll probably buy some kitty litter and some other stuff while I'm out and get these screws, bolts. That's what I'm gonna do. I was telling myself, self, you don't need to go out and get nothing. You got enough to do everything you need right here. No, I don't. So I'm gonna take the Nissan and I'm gonna run to the store. And when I get back, we're gonna pull that transmission off that motor and we'll probably raise it up in the air, support it a different way than how we had it before, a better way. And we'll put the transmission probably on top of this cart right here. This is gonna be the transmission's new home for a while. And we'll probably put a piece of plywood down on it so I don't mess it up. Yeah, so let me go get some bolts. Hi, I'm back from the hardware store. Got me some bolts. And now that we got this thing sitting on the ground, we got to get it back up in the air again. Because we got to get the transmission off it first. Get the transmission off it. We'll lift it up, set it on that cart, and then take the motor off of it, and then put the motor on the engine stand. All right, I got it strapped on here. Got a little different than how I had it. I'm using the same bolt here. It's going around the same exhaust, but this is isolated now. So this is isolated, and it's isolated in the front. And I'm hoping that's gonna not let it was all out of shape trying to get it out of the truck. There's a lot of weight hanging on the back of this transmission. And what we want to do is make sure this thing lifts up straight and get the transmission on that cart, then we can unbolt it all. That's what we're hoping for. Oh yeah, see, that's what we're looking for. Hopefully the straps hold. It's a lot of weight. Gotta go higher. All right, maybe while it's up in the air, we'll take the garbage off of this and get this little pan off so we can get the bolts out of the torque converter. All right, take the old bolts out. Well, that's a good sign. That means the rear oil seal wasn't leaking on this bad boy. We'll go ahead and take this bolt out too. Maybe one on the other side, I don't know. Take the bottom one out first. And last but not least, ooh, this one wasn't even tight. Huh. I just pulled that one out with my fingers. help if I go the right way. Oh, yeah. Man, don't underestimate the little joker. The little joker's got some power. Instead of wiggling it, I think we'll just try to beat something skinny, something heavy duty and skinny in there. There we go. Yeah, that's the right idea. Work our way around a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got movage. I think we can get the pry bar in there now. Oh, yeah. We need a vacuum on the transmission. But when I get done, there ain't gonna be very many vacuum lines on this motor. Ugh. Why won't that come off of there? I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it with my clients. Tell me I won't. Just tell me. Just tell me I ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. So this thing needs to be hooked on there somehow. So once you get this thing pretty much squared away, squirrels are going crazy. I think it's time we clean this joker up. What's going on with this thing? After we put a new battery on it. Hopefully I can get it back in the garage. Got me a spray bottle somewhere. What did I do with the spray bottle? I got me some of this Simple Green industrial degreasing junk, and I just had a spray bottle. Just had a spray bottle. I just had a spray bottle. Lord, reveal to me where I put that spray bottle. Honey, I need some more of the brain medicine. She got me on brain medicine. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Lord. Now, I don't know. This is concentrate. Are you supposed to dilute it? or what? Let me see here. If swallowed, call poison control. Dilute with water. Flush eyes for 5 minutes. Will cause cancer in California. Let me see. Tramito. I don't even know what that is. That's Spanish. Concentrate. Mix with ambient water. Man, I don't even know if I got ambient water. Per chart. There's a chart on this thing. Ambient water on the chart. Alright. For heavy, from 0 to 10, hasta 10. From 0 to 10. 0 is no water. Smells good. I bet it's make really good shampoo. I'll probably put a little bit of water in it. Should be when I put this on there. This thing should be like brand new. We're making this thing like brand new now. All right. Oh yeah. Don't get in my eyes. Don't get in my eyes. Okay, something's telling me my spray bottle ain't working. Helps if I open it. Alright, Misty. Probably uses his heads will be different than these, even though they're the same year, because his motor was a F100 and this was a F150, and the F150s was the first year for catalyst. His truck never had catalytic converters. Man, this is one greasy motor. And I'm not worried about getting a little bit of water in this motor because it's coming apart. Man, this is one greasy motor. This motor didn't squeak, that's for sure. Greasy engine, you've met your match. Woo! I guess we should start from that way, work this way. Keeping the grease going this way, not in here. Man, we got it clean compared to what it was. Huh. It's getting dark now, but it's still mighty dirty. It was like really solid. When we get this thing pulled apart, don't worry, we're gonna be definitely cleaning. And look at the dirt on my face. I need to clean me. I didn't take the pressure washer to me. Great time of day. Pull the transmission out there. I wasn't watching very good, and I sprayed all these nuts. They were laying underneath here, and it shot off. Man, thank the good Lord though. I found them all. Oh man. Torque converter still got a lot of fluid in it. That's a different day. That's a different day. Today, this is a 3-day video. The first day, my son came out and helped me. Thank you. Thank you, my son, thank you. Oh, he helped me get the Pinto motor out. It's sitting right here. It's for sale. It's a good motor. It ran real good, didn't smoke or anything. The people who had it kept good care of it and actually had low miles. The next day, I came out here early in as morning as I could and got the brown log engine out. Took all day. What a mess. It made a big mess. I pressure washed the floor down though. We'll let this dry up and then I'll clean it up some more. And today, I didn't really get a whole day. I didn't start really till 1 o'clock because I had to edit the church video, and that takes about a half a day to edit a video. This video is going to take a long time because it's 3 days worth of videoing. I'm sure my phone is hating it, and the other cameras and stuff are hating it. They're loaded up with stuff, and I got to download all this stuff and get it editing. The motor looks pretty good. Motor looks pretty good. Now I know I can probably drop all that stuff. My son's motor was 40 over, I think. But the camshaft, I'm going to order bearings. I'm going to order rings. If these got dish pistons, I'm going to be ordering flat top pistons for it. I'm probably going to get me a set of GT 40 heads or something, some kind of used head from local. I mean, I'm not going to make a race car out of it. I want just a solid running car, something nice that runs good, that my wife will drive and say, wow, this is pretty cool. And that's what I'm hoping to do. I seen my daughter. She's waving. Everything all right? Yeah. Mom coming home?
Yeah, she's coming home early.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I need to get in there and take my shower because I'm messed up. All right.
Your finger's doing a lot better.
Good, your finger? The cat ate her finger off. I glued it back on.
It's still pretty swollen, but
The finger's still swollen?
yeah,
Don't let your cat eat it off no more.
no.
Hey, God bless each and every one of you. I want to thank everybody that supports my channel. You guys make it happen. You really do. The car show was a big success. All the young guys that come out, I gave away bunches of t-shirts and stuff to all my fans. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it because this is a lot of work. I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for you because I don't need to record it. I figured, what the heck? I like to share. And I know that there's a lot of people, they're on these Pintos. There's a lot of people out there asking questions about the Pintos. And there used to be all kinds of information on them, and there's not that much anymore. And there's not that much stuff. We're going to be building motor mounts for this thing. Building motor mounts. And we may have the stock motor mounts off the F-150, the brown log, probably okay. But the part where it bolts onto the frame, we're going to have to make some new ones. And we're going to make them so they bolt in and bolt out in case later on down the road I want to change up and put a different motor in it. One day, you never know, I might put a big block up in that joker. God bless each and every one of you. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Man, did you see my son? He's still strong. I'm not strong no more. Oh, this is going to be a great project. Make sure you stay tuned. God bless you.